very, very carefully curate everything that I put on, everything that I present to the OVW faithful.
Two things. One, you came in dead last in the OVW Fantasy Football League. Dead last.
Well
and
done
this
as well.
was the punishment. Two,
Yeah.
this looks like something you would wear anyway.
That is the only consolation. This looks like half of my closet as it stands. The jacket matches perfect.
Right? You're doing well.
And this was my jacket.
Speaking of
Still
doing well,
is my
folks,
jacket.
welcome to OVW Overdrive, the show that always kicks attitude. I'm your host, Brian Kiss. With me, as always, King of the Fanny Packs, Casanova of the Kansas City Chiefs, Stevie J.
Oh, man. I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that one bit.
That one's done?
I don't like you one bit. I don't like football one bit. I do love wrestling one bit. Maybe 2 bits. But that's about it.
We got wrestling today, and we're just going to be a couple of Cowboys, couple of Vikings, just ripping right through this episode. And gosh, you're going to love this one, but we're definitely not Raiders. We are not Raiders, because who would want to be Raiders? All right? Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get into the very first matchup, talking about Justice Davis versus Jake Lawless. Let's get to it.
I hate this.
The following contest is a singles bout set for 1 fall. Introducing first, Iceman Justice Davis.
Well, we're back here in the Davis Arena tonight. Man, it just got real chilly here in the Hot Point Davis Arena because here comes the Iceman, Justice Davis, set to go one-on-one against flawless Jake Lawless here tonight.
Well, I mean, you've always got the shivers.
Well, that's true. Old people get cold easily, as scouts know.
And his opponent from Santa Sobria, California, flawless Jake Lawless.
And of course, we've got to give a shout out to all of our folks, friends, colleagues, and fans out there in California dealing with those awful Santa Ana winds and those wildfires that have affected so many. Of course, here in the Louisville area, we've had about 9-10 inches of snow. We're dealing with that as well. Lots of crazy weather going on right now. And our thoughts and prayers are with all of those folks who are trying to deal with the next months and years ahead. Flawless Jake Lawless set to go one-on-one tonight, like I said, against Justice Davis, the Iceman. It's going to be a good matchup here tonight, Eric. I'm looking forward to this one.
And absolutely, our hearts go out to those folks everywhere that are suffering. Kentucky, California. We've got 2 of the sons from both of those states represented in this match.
Yes, sir. Obviously giving the more experience, the more years in this sport to Jake Lawless here. Justice Davis, one of our more recent graduates at the OVW Academy.
But he has definitely been a standout, and he has turned a lot of heads here for sure.
Absolutely. No doubt. In control here. One thing he needs to do, and as he's doing and has been doing, is he's going after each and every opponent that he can, and he's always asking for these matches with these seasoned vets. He wants to level up. He's trying to make his mark.
Well, listen, AJ, you can't get better.
Man.
Oh, wow. You can't get better unless you're in there with someone better than you.
Absolutely.
So, and who knows? You pick up a victory, and then that's a feather in your cap.
Look at nice up and over and a beautifully executed drop kick there from the Iceman.
Elizabethtown, Kentucky native, and the fans here at the Hot Point Davis Arena over the last year, like you said, have really embraced this guy.
Yeah.
But, somebody I never thought they would embrace, Jake Lawless.
Oh, man.
Think about when he first made his debut here. He did not ingratiate himself to these fans, but
no, not at
they
all.
know his story. You know what I mean?
Well, with Jake Lawless, you never know what you're going to get with Jake Lawless. He's hot and cold a little bit. Jake Lawless, he's got a family to feed. Oh, nice drop toe hold there. Face first goes Justice Davis. As I was saying, Jake Lawless has a family he's got to feed. He's not worried about anything other than getting to that pay window, getting the win, and taking care of business. That's what Jake Lawless is all about.
We can't tell his entire story here, but if you haven't seen Wrestlers on Netflix, go see his story.
Oh, man.
From where he was then to where he is now, very inspiring.
Justice Davis rocked him a little bit. Nice big back suplex there. Just takes Jake Lawless out of his headband.
Very impressive by the youngster.
Nice back and forth so hard. Look at it, a gut-rich suplex takes him back over one more time. Jake Lawless rocked here. In trouble, Cornish.
Landed on the back of his head. He may be a little loopy there.
Oh! Inverted atomic drop.
Right on the ice cubes.
Standing drop kick. Look at that, a thing of beauty, man. No denying the talent of flawless Jake Lawless. Just a 2 count, says referee SK in this one. Jake has, I tell you, we all go through trials and tribulations in life, but this young man has come so far and has rebounded so quickly. It's good to see him back on the right path, doing good things in the sport of professional wrestling. In full control here, hard into that turnbuckle goes the Iceman.
A lot of folks at least in this area would understand his uncle.
Look out! Oh man!
His uncle, famous promoter, famous manager, Burt Prentice. You may remember the late great Burt Prentice. So he's grown up in the sport of wrestling.
Both men here trying to figure each other out at this point. Justice trying to figure out what he's going to do or what he's going to have to do to get the 3 count here over Lawless. And look at that. Oh, man.
Defeat,
out of nowhere. Jake taking too much time, though. He should be covering right now, trying to get that pin.
Well, like I said, he got dropped on the back of his head earlier, not in shape to make that cover.
Nice drop behind. Oh, and a beautiful clothesline. Justice Davis in full control now with a series back elbow. Another beautiful drop kick here.
Nice, man, heating up here. Get it, young man. Oh,
icebreaker.
Wow, unbelievable. He's going up top. I would have gone for a cover there, AJ. I don't know about you.
I don't know. You never can, because Jake Lawless could be feigning here. He could be playing possum high up in the air.
Oh, and sure enough.
Just as I thought and suspected, Jake Lawless just waiting.
He uses those years of experience. That's where that intelligence comes in.
Oh my word.
Jumping back.
That's got to be it. 2. That's it.
Here's your winner, Lawless, Jake Lawless.
What an impressive win here for Jake Lawless on Overdrive against Justice Davis, taking nothing away from Justice, though.
You see the little tap on the back to the young man saying, you almost got me. More to come here on Overdrive.
To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
Well, folks, there you go. Jake Lawless picking up the first win here on this episode of OVW Overdrive. But speaking of win, remember when you lost the OVW Football League, or the Fantasy Football League, and you had to wear this shirt?
Yeah, I remember it very vividly.
It seems like something you'd want to go on a vacation now and maybe forget about it. Now, let me ask, when you go on vacation, do you kind of fly by the seat of your pants, or are you more of a packer? Oh, or maybe do you ask your wife to do... No, you don't ask. You're a strongman. You would command her, right? You would command her, then 49er, right? Am I right? Because that's the way this guy likes to do things.
You're a couple digits off, but... Yeah, I see where you're headed. Yeah, that's it. 79er.
All right, folks. Well, this 79er and this Seahawk are going to get right. I don't even like the Seahawks, but I'm just trying to make you feel bad. We're going to get right into this next matchup. Former OVW Rush Division champion, never Fantasy Football League champion, StarRider in action against SHOWTIME Shanklin. Let's get to it.
You're more of a Seahawk if you put them together. See what I'm saying? There you go.
Oh, yeah. No, I got it. An alphabet joke.
The following contest is a singles bout set for 1 fall. Introducing first, from Oak Forest, Illinois, SHOWTIME Shanklin.
Back here on Overdrive, it is AJ McKay, voice of the Valley, Eric Cornish. It's showtime. Ready to do some balling here in the Hot Point Davis Arena.
Gonna do a little hooping here.
I said balling.
Balling, hooping.
Hooping, so
I'm hip.
2000 late.
And his opponent, representing the Revolution, StarRider.
Well, I tell you, after losing that OVW Rush Division Championship to Super Z, we have seen a marked change in the Rider of the Stars, the man they call StarRider. He had a chip on his shoulder before. He has even a bigger one now.
Yeah, he's got a whole bag of chips on his shoulder at this point. I mean, imagine now when you've got Leather Daddy Doug, the leader of the Revolution, who now has the big title, the National Heavyweight Championship. You don't think StarRider's feeling a little insignificant? Look at this.
You got to think Doug Basham has been on his case about losing that championship. And, of course, the crowd in here, I don't know if you can hear it, chanting, "Where's your belt? Where's your belt?" First of all, it's not a belt, it's a title. Look at these two men trying to beat the hell out of each other. StarRider's aggression, though.
Well, I think it's more of StarRider trying to beat the hell out of Shanklin. Shanklin's just trying to defend himself here.
Well, I tell you, sometimes a loss like a championship like that will cause a former champion to bring out that aggression. Good night. Bring out that anger, bring out that attitude, dare I say, and you're seeing it here with StarRider tonight.
Got to give Shanklin some credit here. He is standing up to StarRider.
Look out! Oh, man!
We haven't seen Shanklin here in 2025, first time here, but a nice welcome back for the young man.
Well, Shanklin is doing everything he can to get himself back into this thing and try to go toe-to-toe, trying to mount some offense here. But StarRider just so quick and so fast. StarRider back into the corner now with SHOWTIME Shanklin. Driving those shoulders hard into the solar plexus of Shanklin.
StarRider not only using this aggression to get out all of the angst he's had from losing the title, but looking to work his way back up. Sometimes you lose that title, you got to go back to the bottom.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you would think that there could be a rematch in his future, but at this point, he's got to work his way back up the mountain. Look at that nice step up. Back kick there from SHOWTIME Shanklin has rocked StarRider a little bit here. Drop kick, beautifully executed. Come on, SHOWTIME.
Looking good. SHOWTIME says his New Year's resolution is to put on some muscle, put on some weight. He's got the height and he's got the talent. He just needs a little more mass to compete with some of the biggest and best here at OVW.
SHOWTIME has been hitting that gem hard. When you're slender like that, you've got that slender man, that slender athletic build. It takes some time to put on that weight. But man, no doubt that SHOWTIME Shanklin is in tremendous shape. And here comes StarRider just beating the hell out of him right on the temple with those closed fists.
Well, the more he goes along, the more experience he gets, the more he will fill out. But right now, look at the venom of StarRider just stomping away. But Shanklin, he's not going to take it.
He's just pushing him off, fighting back though. He's not going to give StarRider an inch here off the ropes. But look out! Oh, the big running knee connects right to the side of the face of SHOWTIME Shanklin.
And that's a long way up to get to the side of that face.
It is. StarRider holding up that symbol of the Revolution, getting a nice chorus of boos here at the Hot Point Davis Arena.
For so long, StarRider was the
oh my good Lord.
Wow, for so long he was the masked man of OVW. You got to think there's a little bit not only losing the title, but having Super Z be the fans' choice for a masked man.
Good Lord, you see that all the time from him, that big running kick.
You got to know it's
Shanklin, the back of the head. Oh, my God. Look, Shanklin's out. The back of the head smacked that second turnbuckle. Shanklin's out here, Eric. He's out. That's it. That's done. He's done.
Here's your winner, StarRider.
We need to get some help in there for Shanklin. He is out on his feet. There's your winner, StarRider here on Overdrive. We're back with more. Stick around.
There it is, guys. You saw StarRider with a vengeance coming in. And I got it.
Yeah, open up, brother. You know that.
Yeah. StarRider looking great in the ring and taking out some aggression on Shanklin. And I'm hearing something in my earpiece that doesn't exist. I think StarRider might have some more to say. Let's check it out.
That's the respect I get out there, huh? Where's your belt? Where's your belt? Look at me. I'm the star of the show. I'm the star of the Revolution. I am the greatest Rush Division champion of all time. And that's the respect I get, for putting my body on the line. Remember, I am the only person in OVW history to be in a scaffold match. I did everything for that division, for that championship. That division wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. And that's the respect I get. Where's your belt? You people will soon respect me. I am the star of OVW, the star of the Revolution, and I am the greatest Rush Division champion of all time.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
The following contest is a singles bout set for one fall. Introducing first, straight from the Funny Farm, Drama Train, lovely Miss Larkan. For the truth. And her opponent, being accompanied by Ashton Adonis, the Divine Drama, Leela Feist.
Your head on a swivel. Listen to this crowd for the lovely Miss Larkan.
Yeah, Miss Larkan definitely appealed to this crowd in the Women's Nightmare Rumble, and
well, I got to tell you, she's a few fries short of a Happy Meal. I will tell you.
Easy there. No, she's fine. She's in therapy. It's all good.
Who's her therapist?
Larkan.
She's her own therapist. That's, that's sure, why not? It's 2025.
She's talented.
Look, and already, right out of the gate here, Ashton Adonis on the outside with a distraction.
I'll at least give him credit that he did it behind Mike Romo's back. So, you know, they've made progress, I guess, in cheating.
Well, it's early in this whole thing. So Larkan hard into the turnbuckle, and here comes Leela Feist with the body press.
The Divine Drama and the Trauma Train. It's drama versus trauma here tonight, AJ.
Well, isn't that on a weekly basis here on Overdrive,
Pretty
though?
much.
Leela Feist in very well control of this match. Oh. Nice snap suplex. Lovely Miss Larkan down on the canvas in for the cover here.
Wow, that was close.
That was so close. I thought that one was over.
My goodness.
Just two.
Trying to get it done quickly, and why not? You don't get paid by the hour.
Listen to this crowd, though. Fully behind lovely Miss Larkan. Into the ropes she goes. Whoa, look at that. That's something new. I've
Innovative offense.
Never seen that before.
The split trip.
Ashton Adonis
split
out
trip,
here.
Not split personality. Don't even say it.
It applies.
Whoa.
It applies. Another 2 count. Leela Feist now on the referee's case here. Talking about trying to count faster. That's a nice measured count from referee Mike Romo.
Listen to this.
This crowd, man,
firmly behind lovely Miss Larkan. And
a handful of hair there from Leela Feist.
now look at this.
Reverse chin lock here. Lovely Miss Larkan trying to find her way out of that. Referee in there making sure it's not a choke. Larkan, though, looks like she's got a little bit of a choke there. Back over to the corner. Oh, and hard into that turnbuckle.
Well, so far, I've been impressed. Look at this. Leela Feist doing a mighty fine job, better than we've seen her here in weeks past.
Dare I say, looking a little feisty tonight here on Overdrive.
You're so intelligent.
Trying to cut you off at the pass with your dad jokes. Big double axe handle to the upper chest, upper torso of the lovely Miss Larkan here.
You see Ashton Adonis just whatever that dance was on the outside. He's just happy that his lady is up on top without him having to cheat
Look
right
at
now.
this here, though, Eric. Look at your arms aren't meant to bend that way.
Referee asking if Larkan wants to give up.
Great submission move there from Leela Feist. Larkan trying to kick her way out of it, do anything she can to break free. Leela with a roll up here. Only a 1 count.
Here's the thing with lovely Miss Larkan. If you're going to make her give up, you've got to make Larkan give up and her therapist Larkan give up. Both.
I don't think that's kind of how that works, but...
Which should be.
Well. Lovely Miss Larkan with a reversal. Look out.
Oh, nice little
Look at that.
Reverse.
She's choking, she's making her choke herself. Both women bringing their A game tonight.
Now, wait a minute. Right in front of the referee. Again, we know that's not a good idea.
Blatant choke there to the lovely Miss Larkan. Referee in there admonishing Leela Feist now for the choke. Mike Romo not having any of it here tonight. I think she's spending too much time.
Larkan.
She's jaw-jacking with the ref. Look out, those lovely Miss Larkan in control now. A handful of throat there.
Oh, wow. Man. A little Lark foo for you.
That'll knock you, Loopy.
Hey, don't say
now
Loopy.
Up to the second rope here.
Don't let her hear you say Loopy.
What is she doing here?
Uh-oh, she's got a knife.
She's got a what?
Oh, yeah, do you see it? Look at that.
She doesn't have a knife. There's no knife.
She put it right away.
I don't know what you're seeing. I don't know what you're seeing with no.
She said, "Shank you very much."
Oh man!
Oh.
Lovely Miss Larkan, a crowd favorite here in the Hot Point Davis Arena. What is she going to do here? Oh, face
drives
first.
it down. Looking for the pin. This could be it.
In for the cover. It is over.
Here's your winner, lovely Miss Larkan.
That's right. Make a note. Make a note. Therapy went well.
She's making a note on her imaginary notepad with her imaginary knife. I have no idea what's happening, but I do know that lovely Miss Larkan gets the win.
Not an imaginary victory.
There we go. Lovely Miss Larkan picking up a lovely win. Now, Steve, let me ask you a question. If Miss Larkan was going to ask you to maybe do some yard work for her afterwards, would you charge her? Because, and you know what? Ashton Adonis better watch out. Like the way that lovely Miss Larkan looks at Leela Feist, looks like she might steal her. Because remember, that's a team that also that made you lose the Fantasy Football League. Oh, I wanted to ask you real quick, though. What's your favorite bird? Is it eagles? Falcons? Are you one of those weird, they're like bears? Lions?
I will show you my favorite bird in 1 second if you don't stop.
You know what you should do? You should show me more of the shirt. Take this jacket off, brother. You lost. You gotta sleep in this bed that you lost in. But folks, speaking of Steve being a loser, let's go ahead and get into this next matchup.
I hate you.
Tag team action, Beaches and Cream, taking on OVW Academy standouts, Boy Toy Troy and Primetime Jackson.
Thank God.
Get to it.
At least we get Beaches and Cream. It's some solace in my...
Remember when you got creamed in fantasy football?
The following contest is a tag team bout set for one fall. Introducing first, the team of star player Prime Jackson and Boy Toy Troy.
Back here in the Hot Point Davis Arena and one of the hottest young tag teams in OVW. I'm impressed every time I see star player Prime and Boy Toy Troy.
Looking like a cohesive unit in the purple and black tonight.
And their opponents, they're the team of Luscious Lawrence and Omar Amir, Beaches and Cream.
Well, heavens knows I love Beaches and Cream, but they better stay away from me with that cream tonight. I've just got my sport coat cleaned. I don't want it to be all messed up and whatnot.
Whatever, you know, you've been waiting for their cream all day.
I tell you what, somebody who probably isn't ready for what Beaches and Cream are bringing is going to be Boy Toy Troy and Prime Jackson here, because I don't think they're quite prepared for what they've gotten themselves into tonight here.
That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. These two have been teaming together over the past year, and they've really gelled together, and I'm very excited to see what they can do against the tag team champions here.
Well, obviously not successful for their bid for the tag team titles against De Niro and Evans, but nevertheless, here we go. The bell sounds. We're off and running in this thing. We know that Omar and Luscious Lawrence, cohesive unit, kind of begs the question, you know, what is the relationship here between Boy Toy Troy and Prime Jackson?
Well, they're only bros. Come on, man. What do you think?
Well, the only bros, oh my, have their work cut out for them. There's a little fruit booty for you from Luscious Lawrence there. And here comes Omar Amir with a tag, double team now. Boy Toy Troy in for the ride. Big flapjack face down to the canvas.
And you don't want to mess, that's the moneymaker. You don't mess with Boy Toy Troy's face.
Well, if that's the moneymaker, I'll give him a 10, but I want $9.95 back.
Oh, come on.
Omar in hard with the splash.
The athleticism of Beaches and Cream, just amazing. That's why they have, held the titles longer than really anybody in the last couple of years.
Boy Toy makes the tag to Prime Jackson. Here comes Prime. Misses with the clothesline there.
Here, when you talk about athleticism, it's hard to find somebody more athletic than Prime.
Well, I'm staring at Omar Amir.
Oh, wow, look.
Look at that.
Just as I said that.
Kip-ups here. He doesn't want to mess with Omar, though.
Impressive.
Oh, look at that.
I think he wants to mess with Omar. What are you talking about?
But the power, do not underestimate the power and the strength of Omar Amir. Oh, my word. Thought that was going to be a back body drop, but he swiveled him at the last second, and right down on his face goes Prime. He's in no man's land over in that wrong corner.
Mr. Juicy now, legal man.
Both men trying to press him up. Oh, look, now they're just doing overhead presses with him now, just toying with him.
Well, can you imagine if Prime and Troy can get a victory over the tag team champions?
Would be an impressive
in this
win.
Non-title match. Oh! That would be such a major upset, but I think these guys have been training, like I said, over the last year, have become such a great tag team unit, and they could pull one out here.
Well, another quick tag into Beaches and Cream, Omar and Luscious. Look at that springboard. Oh,
beautiful.
Wow. Look at that athleticism from Prime Jackson. Little counter offensive here. Oh! Spinning back kick to the side of the face of Luscious. Omar in for the clothesline. Tries it. Prime, though, with a beautifully executed drop kick here.
Omar tried to swing that foot around and kind of backfired on
Here
Beaches
comes
and Cream.
Boy Toy Troy back in, and now little double team from the only bros of their own here.
They tried to get Omar over the top. It didn't really work, but there goes Luscious.
Luscious to the outside and down on the floor.
Again,
Omar in here by himself now.
momentum just took him over the top.
And a big knee. Oh, man.
Look at the teamwork. Oh, my.
Beautiful springboard.
This could be it. It could be it.
Oh, my God. Into the cover.
1, 2, it's all.
So close. Just a 2 count. Look at Omar.
I think just that little bit of hesitation, forgetting who was the legal man, might have cost him that victory.
Well, the in-ring experience of Omar, that flying drop kick out of nowhere. That's why Omar is so impressive. The ring awareness of Omar. They are going to pay for that inexperienced Luscious Lawrence in now. Sizing him up here. Look out. Oh, man.
Spine buster.
Just the power alone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No, don't do this.
Luscious off the ropes with the boot.
Hog leg.
Oh, man. In for the cover, and it is over just like that.
Here are your winners, the OVW Tag Team Champions, Beaches and Cream.
These two are going back to the Marriott tonight. The cream will be flowing, baby.
Man, there are your tag team champions, Beaches and Cream, Omar Amir, Luscious Lawrence on Overdrive.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
So this past week, guys, on
Chest hair's poking out above like your neckline there. You fix you.
My chest hair is getting pretty long. This past week on OVW Rise, we saw the Revolution's Doug Basham, the first student in OVW, and not only that, but right now, your OVW National Heavyweight Champion. We saw him in the ring. We saw him interrupting the CEO himself, the returning Al Snow, to rub his nose in the fact that now Doug stands atop the mountain once again, as it's seemingly, in his own head at least, the leader of OVW.
You gotta say, Doug Basham feeling like a giant right now, and that championship really paying the bills.
Oh, again with it.
You suck at fantasy
Again with
football.
So again, Doug Basham comes in all high on his own horse, but then Mr. Dustin Jackson himself, Louisville's own, comes to the ring to explain not only to Doug Basham, to Al Snow, but to the OVW faithful, to remind them once again exactly how it was that Doug Basham did win that Nightmare Rumble, did win that National Heavyweight Championship, which some might say were in less than stellar circumstances.
Some would say that. Some would absolutely say that. But you know what? Dustin Jackson, a stalwart, came down to nose with Doug Basham. And not only that, a match ensued, Steven. And call it the surprise of 2025 so far, folks. Dustin Jackson got a win over the current OVW National Heavyweight Champion, Doug Basham. And Doug Basham made his way backstage to the Revolution. Dave, you could say he was stark raving mad.
Oh, yeah. I shouldn't have even let you. I should have just taken the whole thing. That way you couldn't get any of these. And anyways, like you said, he was stark raving mad. He goes back there and he is yelling through the Revolution, saying that it was their fault. You know right now that the pressure is on Doug Basham. He just suffered this defeat. And wouldn't you know it, he challenges Dustin Jackson to another match. Face to face, no chicanery, right down the middle. And wouldn't you know it, Dustin Jackson once again picks up the win. And you know this coming week on OVW Rise, Doug Basham is going to have a lot to say.
Now, Doug Basham, he lost to Justin Jackson, who came down that ramp like a colt. And Basham, he might be bald like a dolphin, but he's not as smart as one, apparently. Lost his porpoise and his match at an OVW Rise. But folks, that's not all we saw. That's not the only legend we saw show up at OVW Rise. Or should I say, Dude Love showed up at Hot Point Davis Arena and made his way through the OVW roster, handing out pep talks, handing out stories, looking for Katie Gannon. The question is, why is he looking for Katie Gannon? Why?
I'll tell you what, why aren't we looking for Katie Gannon right now? Instead of filming this, I'm going to go look for Katie.
There's not a single part of me, you stay right here in your pink shirt. There's not a single part of me, head to toe, that wants to go look for Katie Gannon. But Dude Love, again, a man who, Steve, I don't know, he might have taken too many shots to the tie-dye. He might just be Dude Love now. Clearly on a mission backstage last week.
I want to take you back, way back. Summer of Love, 1997. Can you see it? I want you to see it so closely you can just about reach out and touch it. Dude Love came to the rescue when Texas's own homegrown Chrome Dome, Stone Cold Steve Austin, needed a tag team partner. And that night, we brought home the gold. And I am saying to you that you're going to step up. You're going to step up to that plate and you're going to hit this bad boy out of the park. How about you join me in a reading from the book of Deuteronomy, which says unto you, Ow, have mercy. You've got this thing. Yeah. Hey, speaking of babies, has Katie been mentioning me at all? Katie. Oh, I can't recall Katie. But that reminds me of a song. Yeah, right. Oh, where could my Katie be? Did some cat take her away from me? Just thinking that looks like the veteran Jack Vaughn assaulting Mick Foley. I can't be sure.
That's because you got heart-shaped glasses on.
Yeah, I'm not taking the shades off, Daddy. I'll tell you what. Dude is going to confront the veteran Jack Vaughn, and if things get ugly, and I think they will, I might need Super Z to back me up.
I can get him.
I'll
go get him right now.
Ow! Nicely done.
How you doing, Dude Love?
Dude is mellow. Yeah!
So there you go. Mick Foley reuniting seemingly with Von Rocket, giving a pep talk to Dustin Jackson, and seemingly taking a real shine to Sophia Rose. But that's not all. We saw Zachary Dean Pittman give him those security photos showing exactly who attacked Mick Foley a few weeks ago. Then the Dudester decided it's time to go take care of business.
And you know that will continue this week on OVW Rise. What's Jack Vaughn going to have to say? What's Dude Love got to say? What does Katie Gannon have to say? We're going to find out all that and more.
Sorry, buddy. I thought you were going to be better at this. Okay, actually, Dudester went out to the ring and confronted Jack Vaughn for attacking Mick Foley weeks ago. And what does Jack Vaughn do? Deny. Punches the man and attacks Dude Love in the middle of the ring.
Well, he punched the paper.
Out comes KAL HERRO for the save, folks. We were left with a lot more questions than answers. Dude Love, KAL HERRO, Jack Vaughn, Katie Gannon. Oh my! It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Like it was. You see, it was through the paper. He just so happened to. Dude Love jived into it.
This was not even gonna. I'm just gonna say Houston Texans. I'm just gonna say Houston Texans to make you sad, and then I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna ram right through this and move on. But folks, we got more action after the break. More OVW Overdrive. Do not go anywhere. You're not gonna miss a second of the show that always kicks out at 2. I saw what you were doing.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. the unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
The following contest is a singles bout set for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, the back-breaking artist, Jake Panter.
Welcome back into Overdrive, everyone. Live at the Hot Point Davis Arena. It's AJ McKay right along ringside with Eric Cornish. We are set for a red-hot match that I have been looking forward to as Jake Panter set to go one-on-one with KAL HERRO here tonight. This is going to be a barn burner, Eric.
Jake Panter, relative newcomer here at OVW. And this man a staple.
And his opponent from Cedarburg, Wisconsin, KAL HERRO.
One of Cal's pals right there.
No doubting, no debating whatsoever. The KAL HERRO. We have watched this young man grow from a young man into a grown man, and I tell you, Cal is looking more intense, more focused, more ready to climb his way back up that ladder than I have ever seen him before.
KAL
He
HERRO,
is ready.
I mean, he's living proof of what hard work and dedication will get you.
Listen to the crowd. Good night.
And of course, the crowd knows it. The crowd here at the Hot Point Davis Arena have watched him grow into the man he is now. And Jake Panter, while he's got some experience from outside of OVW, he would love to see.
Oh, come on now.
He would love to see the ascent that KAL HERRO has made, but right now,
I thought we were going to get a
disrespect.
nice upstanding handshake here. You don't see that too often in the sport of professional wrestling anymore, and Jake Panter just pie faces KAL HERRO.
But you know what? Sometimes that will get in your opponent's head, and if it can get KAL HERRO off his game and get him upset,
well,
maybe Jake Panter knows that's his key.
It's going to take more than that. Look, Cal trying for that early pin, only catches him with a 1 count there. Look at the fast back and forth. I don't think you're not going to get a win or get in the head of KAL HERRO just by pie facing him. You're just going to make him angry.
We've seen KAL HERRO get upset, especially in the last year. Some of the retribution he's got on members of the Revolution because he was disrespected.
Torque here on the look at how the power of Cal's legs just wrapped around the carotid arteries of Jake Panter. Somehow Jake gets out of that thing. I don't know how he did, but nice reversal and hard into the turnbuckle.
KAL HERRO, you can see he's rattled a little bit by the start from Jake Panter. But now Cal back in control once again.
Cal just so focused and I've never seen Cal so laser focused in all my life. He is so hungry. He's hungry for that OVW Heavyweight Championship. He's hungry for that National Championship. Of course, not saying that nobody else on the roster is either. I'm just saying Cal wants it now more than ever. I think 2025 is KAL HERRO's year.
Absolutely. And Cal is a student of the game, and we've seen how much he respects Al Snow. We've seen how much he respects guys like Mick Foley.
Yeah.
And he is that's where he has learned to be such a great competitor.
Oh, beautiful.
Man.
Well, let's face it, Cal respects everybody. As long as you respect KAL HERRO, you're going to get the same in return. Cal is, listen, he was raised right. He was brought up right. And you talk about being a part of this sport. He's learned from the best of the best, the biggest names in this sport. Oh, look out, and Panter has him here, reverse atomic drop, and Jake Panter now, backcracker, backstabber, Cal in trouble now.
They call him the back-breaking artist. He knows so many moves that can target that spine, and there's one of them.
And you target that spine, you also target the kidneys, the liver, the spleen, all of those things.
Plus, it'll take the air out of you.
Absolutely. Big clubbing blows to the small of the back. Jake Panter knows what he's doing in there. He is working on that back of KAL HERRO, trying to bruise up those ribs, trying to bruise up those kidneys. Oh, my word. Did you see that ring shift?
Coming right at us there, and
that whole series of moves right there, Cornish. Panter working on that small of the back, that L4, L5 around that sciatica. trying to work on the small of the back of KAL HERRO.
Proud of you. You know your numbers and letters.
Hey, when you have back pain all the time, you kind of know what that stuff is. Jake Panter just staying on top of KAL, doing exactly what he needs to do, not giving KAL a moment to breathe here. And again, that big forearm to the low back. Here comes another one. Very smart on Jake Panter's part.
Jake Panter, of course, has spent much of his career on the West Coast and in the Midwest, but you know he wants to have the respect here at OVW. Everybody's looking to get respect here in OVW. They know this is the place to be right now.
And the crowd trying to will KAL back into this thing, fully behind him, trying to get him back to his feet, give him that energy that he needs, trying to fire him up, and it seems to be working. KAL on the ropes, Panter again.
Oh,
nice
got him
drop
over.
down from
Sunset
Hero.
flip.
Look out!
Oh,
just
almost.
a 2 count. I thought KAL had him there. No mas.
Referee Alice Lane says just 2. He was awful close, though.
And a punch to the solar plexus there of Jake Panter. KAL trying to fight back in this thing. Series of blocks here. Down goes Panter. KAL, a house of fire here.
He says, come on, baby. The Hot Point Davis Arena willing this kid into victory here.
Scoops him up, another nice reverted atomic drop there, and a big elbow to Panter, and down goes Panter.
There you go, baby. If you will.
KAL HERRO lining him up here.
Maybe looking for that FPK.
Trying to connect with a fanny pack knee, and he catches him. He got every bit of that. In for the cover now goes KAL too, and that's all she wrote.
Here's your winner, KAL HERRO.
Great win. What a great, impressive win from KAL HERRO in Overdrive.
Folks, I'm embarrassed to bring the fun up. There's over 30 teams. It's hard to keep them all in here. But anyway, KAL HERRO picking up the big win over Jake Panter. Some would even say KAL HERRO, he doesn't have that dog in him. He's got that Panther in him, Steven. I would even go so far as to say KAL HERRO, he's a saint of OVW is what I would go ahead and say. He's got that Buccaneer spirit in him, that fighting spirit, and the good facial hair too, right? He comes up fighting like a Bengal every week, so strong and powerful with those paws, almost like a Bronco. The way he just hoofs through the competition,
right.
You know what I mean,
Let's
Steve?
talk about fighting like a Bengal real quick. I understand, yes.
But first, he's also a patriot. He's also a patriot. He just jets into Hot Point Davis Arena in his red, white, and blue every single week.
Every single week. Pulling his car's red, white, and blue. But that's besides the point. So, yes, I understand. I came in last place. But you are speaking with the confidence of somebody who came in first place when we know you didn't. So
second place is good.
Second place is great. Now, this is how it's gone. I, at least, get something out of it. I got a sweet t-shirt that I'm going to wear a lot. Can you explain anything that you got to me except for making it all the way to the end and then failing to Maximo Suave? Elaborate.
I worked really hard. I studied. I stayed updated on stats. And
is this the t-shirt you got for being in second place?
What you done, Steven? You've released a titan of anger in me.
There it is. There's the 32nd team.
I'm Raven mad.
You already said Raven.
It's my favorite team. I'm angry. I'm upset.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to understand what's about to happen.
Sure.
You're responsible for. I'm going to go kill Maximo Suave.
Well, that's a bit of a stretch. Well, you don't know where they live, but I do.